Hello there. What do you do if you've got a Mk1 Mazda 2 and you need to replace the horn because it isn't working? Well, you grab some basic tools, a replacement horn from eBay, and resolve the issue in only 10 minutes. Maybe 11. Welcome to Car Spy TV. Right, the Mazda's horn is in the front left corner of the engine bay. Specifically, it's down there under the headlamp, which means it's tricky to access from above. We therefore need to improve access by peeling back the front left corner of the bumper, which means we need to remove one of the bonnet stops, which is that thing there. Here's a close-up. So, grab the prying tool, slide it under the bonnet stop, being careful to minimise any damage to the car's paint, and then pop it out of position. Just like that. We now need to remove 3 fasteners from the wheel arch liner. Specifically, they're in the front of the wheel arch liner, down there. Alright, so we got 1 fastener there, if the camera will focus, which it has now. There's another fastener there, and the 3rd one is here. And to make it easier to remove those fasteners, we'll give them a squirt of penetrating fluid. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. This type of fastener includes a central pin here that goes into a raw plug there, and the easiest way to remove it is to pry out the central pin, something like that. That's mostly released, and now separately pry out the raw plug. There we go. Now those fasteners have been removed, we can grab the bumper skin around here and simply pull it away from the car. Alright, here we go. That was easy, and as we can see, that's created a nice generous gap here for us to work in, and to hold that gap open, we're going to grab a screwdriver and poke it in there. Perfect. There's the screwdriver doing its thing, and if we peer down the gap, we can now see the horn, and the next stage is to remove the power cable, which is that thing there. Here's a close-up, and the power cable can simply be pulled out of position. There we go. Next, go to the Car Spy TV tool department and grab a socket, specifically that one there, which is 13mm. And we'll use that socket to undo this nut that holds the horn to its bracket. Let's also make sure the ratchet is actually in reverse, which it is not, but now it is. So here we go. The nut comes off, and once the nut is free, which it now is, we can simply lift the horn away from the car. Oh, it's important to drop the nut down there on the gravel. That's always a good idea. How annoying. Can you see the nut anywhere? Because I can't. Do me a favour and shout out if you spot it, will you? Come on, it must be around here somewhere. Oh, there it is, look. Found it, and luckily, the washer is adjacent. Okay, good. As for getting a replacement horn, well, it's readily available on eBay, second-hand for about £20, but if you do buy a second-hand one, make sure the electrical contact is clean before you install it. Mine definitely isn't. There's the dirty contact, and to remedy that, we'll give it a quick squirt of electrical contact cleaner and then attack it with this toothbrush. And if you've been with me for a while here at Car Spy TV, you'll know exactly who that belongs to. Do you think she'll mind? And if you find a toothbrush isn't abrasive enough, you could always use a metal brush or even a little bit of sandpaper. And from this point on, simply reverse the process I've already shown you to put the car back together, and then you can honk away until your heart's content. Happy days. In other news, don't you just hate it when people who run YouTube channels continually invite you to subscribe? I didn't say a word. Furthermore, I'm not going to encourage you to click like on this video or to hype it, and I'm not under any circumstances whatsoever going to give you the address of my website. Who did that? Bye.